The last video was amazing. Now I changed the music. No music at all, because it disconnects when I'm filming. I wanted to try to merge the Spanish with the English version, but not giving the context, because it can be something bigger. But if you speak English and Spanish, the first message is gonna give you much more information. But probably with this one, only people who understand English are gonna get a higher dimension of the other one. In the other one, in Spanish and English, the source is the same, because the idea, the whole information is the same. But I was using Spanish as my native language. But then, with the fucking Rage Against the Machine, playing with Matrix and the ways I've been philosophing different things with English lyrics, with English movies. If I'm saying, fuck you, I won't do what you told me, I'm already saying that, and I was feeling it. So I completely changed into English. But I was doing everything in Spanish, talking about how awesome the story, the many stories, connections that I have with Rage Against the Machine. And of course I saw them live in '96. Amazing first day, relaxing second day. At that time I was just drinking water, and I was with my sister-in-law that I just met her that day, because she was from a different town and she was into punk and I was into everything except some pop, some mono-dimensional messages. But the punk, and she was a musician, so we got all the connection, and she was very open-minded, but turning into punk, okay. I never, of course, I've been like heavy metal, but never feeling. Soon you realize that the rest of the people, that they have the same uniform, they are completely different from you. So then you start adapting your uniform to your taste, not to the trends. So sometimes it's just because you like the touching of the cloth, and you don't give a shit about the stamp. Sometimes you love the stamp and you don't give a shit about the feeling. Or maybe you don't buy it because the feeling is not so good, and that's how you're gonna feel it all day long. But I'm not thinking about that. I'm just flowing with these ideas. And people think, you are overthinking too much all the time. No. This is how I can now express, because in that moment I would take the decision not thinking. And people would say, why didn't you this or that? And then you make me think to tell you why. So how awesome was that the wake up with Matrix and Resurrections, all the connections that it has with me in these 26 years. It's a whole life. And I have cycles of 27 years, so maybe there is something like that. Now, because I watched Matrix, 2 years after 27. So maybe something like that. It doesn't matter, because I don't care about numerology and obsessions of things. Yes, you can find longer and deeper, but you're still in the cavern. I am outside the cavern, and I'm seeing all the caverns and getting the information. Like, it's a huge flux of data from different cables, and that's like the theory of strings, when it's not this and the rest of everything else. So the video was about Rage Against the Machine and the dual side, and not being not dual. And that's why they are only on half of the hemisphere of the possible audience. They cannot go to the whole hemisphere of possible audience, because then you start tagging. For instance, if you don't like rap or metal, you're not gonna like them. If you are against that, I mean. If you are into metal and you don't like rap, you're not gonna like them. Or you don't like rap, or you don't care, and then the combination. So you see how everything flows. And then they were always in the most left wing side. I don't know how ultra left. I don't follow them at that level. But there was the international singing after the concert, and my friends who were right wing, very right wing, and almost now it's ultra right wing because everything is so dissolved. So they like the concert, they like everything, they like the music, but they are not getting any of the message. So that's the lovely thing in between metal and rap. Metal can have message, but rap without message is nothing. And the thing is that probably some people understand something, but understand something that is like beautiful, or this like clever, or this like intelligent, but if there is no duality, if it is like different dimensions, how deep and wide can it be? Deep and wide. Philosophical. It's like the philosophy, the science, and the art together. In a way, this is how the Wachowski sisters, brothers, siblings, and I'm saying this because I'm talking about different movies. And some people can find it offensive. Some people can find it was a description that only some it's not bad people or good people, it's not monodimensional people, and they got that one because that's the natural one that they are projecting, and this is the only one that they receive. When you are open to everything, you are observing and not reacting because you don't even know what is going on until you feel three whatever, in order that you can make a pattern, but you don't count on that. This is something that I'm saying stupidly after 55 years experiencing it. I'm just putting some crazy words into this message now,